cool cats and kittens. I am going to be taking you for Year 9 Religion week 3, 4, 5 in video form. Your normal teacher will be interacting with you on Teams, but I thought a fun thing we could do is play a game that I bought called Pundadome. Since I've been in isolation, I've started hoarding board games. So this is a really good one. I highly recommend it. But pretty much what happens is you have somebody hosting the game, who will be me. They pull out 2 cards. The cards have different topics on it. So like an example on the back of the box is colors and minor injuries. And you have to connect them using a pun. So for example, when I stub my toe, I yell, "Oh." Yellow, colors, minor injuries, get it? Lots of really cheesy moments like that. It's very fun. But I've chosen 2 cards for us to start with. And your job is going to be to make a pun and comment it in the post feed. So once I read these 2 cards and share my pun, you can comment in the post feed. I might have stolen mine off the internet, but I expect you to not plagiarize, okay? Do as I say and not as I do. So, your 2 topics today, and I'm not joking, this is the first card that I pulled out. This is the first card that I pulled out, and I didn't choose it. First card that I pulled out is religion. So, God is smiling on this game, okay? So, your first topic that your pun needs to address is religion. And the second topic is snacking. Snacking. So you need to come up with a pun that combines religion and snacking. I'll inspire you, because I'm very inspirational, with a pun that I found on the internet that connects these 2 ideas. So, what is the difference between Jesus and pizza? Give you some time to think. Jesus can't be topped. Okay, so please comment your pun in the post section on Teams. Share it with your class. You can pause the video now if you need to. I'll give you a moment. Awesome. So back to it. We're going to be looking at this idea of priest, prophet, and king. And so I want you to grasp a really foundational idea in this video. Something that you need to understand the rest of the unit. And that is that Christ is not Jesus' last name. It's not first name Jesus, last name Christ. Christ was a very specific word in the Greek language. It actually comes from a Greek word, Christos, yeah? And so when Jesus was called the Christ by people, they weren't just saying, "Oh, your last name is Christ." They were saying something really powerful. The word Christos means anointed one. So write that down. Christos equals anointed one. That's really important. And the reason why that is important is because the Jewish people that were calling him Christos only anointed 3 people in their culture. There are only 3 people that would be anointed. A priest, a prophet, and a king. Okay? So there's some vocab words below this video. I want you to look up the word anointed, the word priest, the word prophet, and the word king. 4 words, easy. I want you to look up those 4 words. You can pause the video now. What do they mean? Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you have done some Googling, broken out a dictionary if you're old school, and you've come up with some vocab definitions. You should have them written into your OneNote underneath this video, or if your teacher has put this up in assignments, you should have it written into the document, okay? So, what I need you to understand is all 3 of those people, prophet, priest, king, perform very specific roles in ancient Israel. Okay? A priest, their job was to reconcile people to God. There's another vocab word for you. I want you to pause this video again. Reconcile. What does the word reconcile mean? Okay, welcome back. So, a priest reconciles people to God. The next role is prophet. What does a prophet do? Well, a prophet speaks divine truth, and restores right worship. Okay? I want you to pause this video. Another vocab. I'm sorry that I'm causing you to like stop, but I think it's important to be interactive, okay? I want you to pause the video and I want you to find a definition for the word worship for me. Okay, excellent. So, we have prophet, reconciles people to God. Priest, they restore right worship, they speak divine truth. And third, we have a king. And what a king does is a king brings divine order, okay? So he brings the order of God to the people of God. So, priest, prophet, king. 3 very specific roles in ancient Israel that required somebody to be anointed. So when the Jewish people said, Jesus, you are the Christ, it meant you are the ultimate expression of what a priest should be, what a prophet should be, and what a king should be. Not only is he the perfect example of those things, but the perfect example of those things was promised throughout the Old Testament. So they were saying, you are the perfect priest, prophet, king, but also you are the one that we've been waiting for, the Messiah. And you might have heard that word before. Okay, the anointed one, the Messiah. And I guess this is significant because the way that Jesus acted, if you're a believer, is the way that you're supposed to act. Is the ultimate example of what it means to be human and what it means to love God. And so that means that if he was a priest, if he was a prophet, if he was a king, there are aspects of those callings that we can now walk in as Catholics or as Christians or as followers of Jesus. So that's why it's significant for us to study priest, prophet, king this term, because it helps us understand how a Christian is supposed to act in society, in interaction with each other, and in